Hey you all, hope things are going well. Today I wanted to broadly go over the Arbiter's journey throughout the Halo franchise and how it could be a good blueprint to model your own redemption arcs and storytelling. It's been a long time since I had an idea for the storytelling studies series, so let's go. Starting early in his career, being born into the Covenant, Fel Vadami quickly ascends the ranks by doing the Prophet's bidding. Even long before reaching the timeline, he had killed countless people in the name of the Prophet's genocidal war against humanity. In fact, speaking of Reach, do you remember how your Spartan died and the planet was blessed in Reach? Yeah, that was primarily at the Arbiter's hand. He was responsible for that. And during this, he is actively believing, by the way, that his horrible atrocities he is committing is actually saving his people. Immediately following Reach, he is the main commander of the fleet that follows the chief to the next Halo ring in Combat Evolved. And every single soldier sent to kill you throughout the entire campaign in CE? Yep. That was the Arbiter. The Arbiter was the leader of that group, ordering these squads to attack the Chief as well. And during his first arc in Halo 2, he continues even further down this path. After having his title revoked, sentenced to death, publicly branded with burning hot metal with the mark of shame, and blamed for the destruction of the first Halo ring, he desperately tries to seek reapproval of the Prophets, rather than seeing the obvious that they had stabbed him in the back. After all that abuse, he immediately gears up after First Order 2 and kills the heretics on Threshold, who are literally just speaking the truth. Arbiter is quite literally helping the Prophets silent dissent within the species of the Covenant, all while ignoring, increasing obvious warning signs that Tartarus has bad intentions, perhaps, to say the very least. Even when the elites are ostracized from the Guard, he continues to still do the Prophet's bidding and work with Tartarus. It all culminates in him fighting for and successfully retrieving the activation index, which can activate one Halo ring, in which case the ring that they're on. Of course, by doing this, he has outlived his usefulness to the Prophets and is thus betrayed by Tartarus, who literally tells the Arbiter to his face that the Prophets ordered him to do it. Yet somehow, someway, when he is retrieved by the Gravemind and exposed to the truth that Halo is a weapon, he still doesn't want to turn on the Prophets. Eventually, though, upon seeing the first sighting of his fellow elites being outright murdered by the brutes, he finally decides enough is enough, and he must accept the truth whilst fighting against his former leaders. After destroying the brutes in the nearby area, he finally takes action against the activation of the ring specifically, and orders his allies to help him fight to the activation room to stop it. Once confronted by Johnson later in a giant scarab, he then quickly allies with him to continue the fight to the room. Keep in mind, previously, Arbiter's only interaction with humans was trying to kill them all, so this is a drastic change in disposition in a very short notice, as he is putting a lot of trust in Johnson, as at any moment, he could easily destroy the Arbiter with the Scarab. This is a change in character the Arbiter will never go back on from here going forward, by the way, for the rest of the series. He allies and often fights alongside humanity at every turn. During this whole campaign, he has already freed several Covenant prisoners as of allying with Johnson, and by the end of this last level, he will end up freeing human prisoners, this being Miranda, of course. And then, of course, in Halo 3, he continues to fight alongside humanity, seeing the war through to the end, and once back home, continues his character arc, going against elite conservatism and welcoming Sangheili women into all ranks of his army, welcoming humans into the ranks as well, and during said time is often collaborating with human groups in addition to preserving old elite relics in history that were often neglected or outright destroyed by the Covenant. And just in general, the Arbiter becomes drastically more open to new ideas, information, and fighting to preserve as much as he can for those he loves. So yeah, the Arbiter has had arguably the most drastic character arc in the entire Halo series. In his early days, he was quite literally the biggest threat to humanity. Yet by the end of the trilogy, he is the savior, as the war and arguably would have been lost for humanity's survival should the elites have never allied with them. Between all of this depth and emotion in his story, in addition to on a design level just looking awesome, it should be no surprise that the Arbiter is my favorite character in gaming, hands down. It breaks my heart that we haven't gotten a chance to play as the Arbiter in a brand new Halo game since, oh geez, all the way back in 2007 in Halo 3. Yeah, going nearly 20 years without a new game to play my favorite character of all time in a franchise that is still very active, by the way. That certainly burns. Like, I wish at the very least we could have gotten to play as him during the Halo 5 mission on St. Helios, but we got the Halo 2 remaster at least. Got the Halo 2 remaster, which is better than nothing. I mean, those cutscenes are drop-dead gorgeous, honestly. But yeah, anyways, that's going to wrap this video up. If you want to support the channel financially, links to the PayPal will be in the description. There you can find the channel's Twitter if you're interested in that, as well as citations for videos used in the background. Love you all, and have a good one.